I want to ask you about is the entire process. You didn't get in the first couple. I always voted for you, but you didn't get in the first couple times, I think, and came close. How was that for you? You didn't say anything negative. You just stuck right through and waited it out. I mean, do you think the process is fair, okay? Do you think we do an okay job? I don't know. Sometimes I think we're a little too harsh, my own opinion. We do only have 10 slots to vote for now, and I think there are more than 10 deserving guys at this point with the backlog and the steroid guys and all that other stuff. So it is a very tense time and also somewhat negative. I mean, even when you were giving your great speech, I'm following on Twitter, and there are some people who are just anti-closer. They're not necessarily anti-you, but I mean, give it a rest for the 10 minutes while you're up there. And by the way, congratulations on sticking to 10 minutes and doing a fantastic job with that. But what do you think about the process? I know that was rather long-winded, but what do you think about the whole thing?
You got a lot in there, John. That's no doubt about that. Yeah, I thought I mentioned you right behind the in there, so I appreciate you hanging in there with me. I spent probably the first 2 months after January, 3 months really, just kind of gathering some thoughts, gathering maybe bullet points that might be important to speak about. And so I didn't want to get started too quick because I felt like, one, it was going to get overhauled pretty fast, and I just kind of wanted to, again, get to the bigger picture. My wife and I, Tracy, we kind of sat down and we kind of, banged it out. We kind of talked a little bit about the things that were important in my career, those that helped along the way, and yet have kind of an overall general view so it didn't get too specific and kind of career generally oriented. And so I was pleased with the way it came out. I agree with you. I think the process, I was humbled, being able to go in with Tram and Jack. I think if that didn't give you a perspective of what a wait could really be like, having been on the ballot for 15 years and then have to wait for a modern day era committee to get you in, I don't know what's going to humble you. The grace that those two guys had, and how pleased they were that their name was finally called, and to have to wait 3 years was not a problem at all. I actually think the backlog is kind of getting diminished a little bit. We've had a rush of guys that have gotten in over the last 3-4 years, so I think the ballot is kind of cleaning up. But you're going to hear no squawking from me. As a closer, I get that the specialty role is not maybe high on some people's list, but it was truly an honor to be there with the other greats in the game, to be recognized and to have a moment that was special. There's very few things in life that really meet your expectation or exceed it, and the induction weekend at Cooperstown.
Well, I appreciate your fantastic attitude, because I know that there's a lot of guys who don't get in immediately, and they immediately start to think that the people are against them and we're not voting for them because we don't like them personally or the process isn't good. But so we really appreciate the way you've handled everything.